Hi everyone, my name's Donkey and today we are back on the RTS project. So today we are doing something a little bit different because if you remember in the last video we got majority of the block mining and whatnot sorted. So we've got a few things to get on and do today. The first one is we're going to make a population count, so I'll just show you where we're going to make it. Very simply, we're just going to add another bit onto this UI saying population, so the max population and what we've got at the moment. So that'll be pretty simple, I think. We're also going to add a new tile, which you've probably seen I've made here, called a house tile, which is going to increase the maximum population by say 5. This is just a basic introduction to how to make houses and stuff. We're obviously not going to do the building of houses and stuff yet. We're just going to actually make the tile, so we can go into that in the next episode. So the first thing we're going to do is add the UI. So we're going to go into the overlay, draw GUI, and here you've got all the draw text things, so we can simply do that, but then obviously drop this down by 50 and change this to population. And we've got another thing here we need to do, so if you think about how we want to lay it out, we want to have it say population colon, and then we're going to have say 3 out of 5. So to do this we're going to have a max and a current variable. So the first one we're going to do is the current population, so we're just going to do that as population. We haven't made this yet, so don't worry about that. And then we're going to add a slash in, and then plus string max population. I guess we could do pop, but we'll go with that for the moment. So we need to make these variables, but it is there. So now in the create event, let's make these properly. Population equals 0, max population equals 5 to start with. We're going to add to that later. Next thing we need to do, because if we run this now it will work, but it will just say 0 out of 5. Yeah, and that's not great. It's alright, but we clearly got at least one unit there, so we need to sort that out. I think it's in the center tile. We're spawning 3 units. So we could work it one or two ways. The first way is every time we add a unit we could refresh it. The way we're going to be doing is, if we go back into the overlay, I think it's gone down here, we're going to make a step event and we're going to say population equals instance, we need to instance number, and the object is object basic unit. So this basically counts how many units are in the room and sets that to equal the population of that, the instance of that thing. So now we can see we've got 3 people here, so that is correct. We are working on that, and that seems to be alright. So the population is now there. So of course the next thing we need to do is add our new tile in. So we're going to start off with no houses, and obviously make them so you could build them. Now actually you start off with 5, so let's make sure there's one house somewhere within that room, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So in the create event we've made a random tiles here. Before we need to somewhere create 2 random x and y variables, so let's do that before actually. We'll say var house, just call it house x equals irandom width, is it? Yeah, width of our house. Y equals our random height. So this will basically generate 2 random coordinates within the place. Then what we're going to say is just here. Well, actually we'll do it after, because in case it overwrites it here. Glow.tile grid. Instead of XX and YY, we're going to use house X and house Y. I'm going to say equals sprite tile house. Of course, this isn't going to do anything as of yet. Apparently it's not there at all. It could be a problem. Let's try and run it again, just in case it was just a glitch that it was outside. No, I can't see it there. That's odd, because it is right at the bottom. So it should do that last, in theory. The only thing I'm thinking is possibly the height is. I'm not sure what's going on there. It should technically have it somewhere. It might potentially be one of the ones just off the screen. I'm not sure, because they do exist off there. But then you'd think it would appear at some point. Actually, hang on a minute. Let me just test something. Yeah, somewhere along the lines we've forgotten to randomize everything, and I believe that could be why this isn't spawning. So I wasn't sure if this was necessary or not, but at the very top we need to put randomize. It's very important. In any project where you got any random thing, you need randomizing in there. So yeah, we can see now we do have different world, which is good. Let me just check that we've not somewhere in the step event overwriting it. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, guys. House Y and house X. It's random. It should, in theory, put them in the right place and set it to that. Let's just make sure it is actually hitting this. Oh dear. House X plus house Y. We can't put a comma there. Let's just add them, I guess. So this is 21. Ah, there it is. Okay. So I guess it's worked that time. And that time. Okay, that was really peculiar, because that definitely wasn't coming up before. Yeah, it isn't going up again. I'm wondering if the width and height and everything is a bit too far. Maybe 20. Yeah, probably 20 isn't right. So yeah, we probably need to work that out in the next video. We can get rid of the debug message. It's not worth keeping. So it's probably worth calculating how many tiles we actually need in the room to make the width and height actually accurate. I didn't realise that they were so massive in comparison. So it's obviously 20 if you look in the room. There is about 7 across, and probably quite a few down, but if it's only 7 across, it could be another loads. It could be a 1 in 10 chance of it coming up, which isn't good. So we need to work that out and work out these width and heights a little bit better, but we'll do that in the next video. For the moment, that's mostly the tile implemented. Also in the next video we'll put the actual house mechanism in. But yeah, if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, what do you guys want to do, and I'll talk to you in the next one.